Hello. Today for this video, I am excited to share a bit about my musical history. I just wanted to share how I am going to be releasing some of my music, some songs that I've written, and kind of sharing how I got to there, as well as my heart behind the music and why I'm putting it out, and all that jazz. Well, let's begin. I am not professionally trained and or anything really in music. I grew up loving singing in my car, in the shower, in my room, privately. Pretended I was really good. Christina Aguilera, Phantom of the Opera, any soundtrack from movies in the 90s. I was belting them out and thinking I was good. And I wasn't great, but I have a good ear. I can know when I'm bad and when I'm good and stuff. All that to say, basically, I never thought I would be writing songs or doing anything with music. And the only time I had ever really written a song was back in college when there was this guy that I really liked. And he was dark and broody and had a lot of problems. And I thought that that was cool. But I realized over time it wasn't healthy, like the friendship / whatever we had. And on my way home from college, this just song came to me, these words, and I threw open one of my art notebooks, and on a blank piece of paper I just started jotting down while I'm driving these lyrics. I was like, wow, that's really cool. And I kind of finished it. My dad had a beater guitar that I learned to play some chords on when I was in 10th grade, so I made some chords to it, and I was like, cool, I wrote a song. And that was that. Fast forward many years later in my life, when I was actually called to ministry and I was taking this class to learn how to explicate Bible verses and basically understand what they're saying and the application and all this stuff. And I was studying in the book of Matthew, and all of a sudden these verses that I had read were coming alive in this, what I thought might be a song. So I pulled out a piece of paper, started writing everything down, and boom bang, in 10 minutes I had written a complete song and was like, wow, Jordan, are you gonna be a songwriter? Is this your calling? And I don't know if it is, or at least a portion of my life, but it kind of just didn't stop happening after that. It was like this door was opened, and I loved doing that. So going through different phases of singleness and dating and having that not work out and being heartbroken and going to God with all of my crazy needs and desires and fears and failures and depression and anxiety and all the things I was going through, I just kept writing songs. And now I have over 30 songs of differing goodness and topics and styles, but all of them were just written with the same basic 8 to 10 chords that I knew, and here we are. But the important thing is that I do feel strongly, especially over the past 3 years, that God keeps telling me, share your music, do something with your music, keep writing music. And I don't know what that really exactly looks like. I don't want to spend all this time and money trying to perfect them and have a band and get them recorded professionally. And I've done a little bit in a studio. My friend Steve has a studio, and he's totally open to helping me with that, but I don't think it's yet time for that. So, in the meantime, I do feel that instead of having them sit in a file on my computer and in a bunch of scraps of paper in a folder, why not just share them with the world and see what happens? So, I'm here today to let you know that I'm going to be releasing some of my original songs. They're not crazy complicated. They're all on my acoustic guitar. I have some, different versions in my head of what they could be someday, and others I'm still working on. I have a lot of unfinished music that I would love to complete and finish someday. But until then, my hope is that if I share them with the general public, that maybe somewhere along the way, one of them will help someone in some way, whether it be to encourage them, inspire them, to get them through a hard time, because a lot of them are especially like moments in my life where I really needed God to do something. And as I wrote those songs, I was working through difficulties and challenges, and it's almost as if I was writing the song for myself to get through whatever I was going through. So if it can help me, and if they can help give me a sense of peace or patience or hope, then maybe they can do that for somebody else too. So this is kind of the like disclaimer of songs aren't going to be perfect. They're going to be on my beautiful $500 guitar that I bought myself for my birthday a few years back that I love to death. But I'm not a master classical guitarist. I'm not a master vocalist, although God did actually push me into worship ministry at church a few years after the songwriting thing, and I got to play some of my songs at church, which was super cool. And people did say like, wow, I really like this song, which was a huge encouragement to me. So this is kind of the beginning of a musical journey, and I don't know where it ends, and I don't know what it's going to look like. But this is actually my way of kind of holding myself accountable, saying, okay, this is something you really feel God keeps pressing on your heart. Just take the leap and do it, and don't be afraid of the outcome. Because if it even blessed 5 people, that would have been worth it. And if people don't like them, they can listen to other stuff, which is the great thing about the world, because music is amazing. Music has helped me in so many ways. And if I can write one song that does that for somebody else, I think it's worth it. As I release different songs, different styles, whatever it is, please feel free to share your thoughts. If there's a song that speaks to you or helps you, I would love to know, because that might help me to decide what I want to do with these songs someday. I have enough for about 2 albums. One would be more of a worship album, one would be more of a holy crap, I'm struggling and need to get through this kind of album. And I think that's the one that I'm leaning toward releasing first. But I think what song I'll probably put out first is called Kingdom First. And that was the song that I wrote during that Bible class. And that was the one that I've had the most positive feedback about. But then I really want to start sharing the deep, nitty-gritty, heartfelt stuff, because I think that's what this world needs. We all need hope and help and encouragement sometimes. And the people that are walking around acting like everything is just totally okay all the time, sometimes underneath there's a lot going on, and music is a beautiful way that we can draw that out and start to face what we need to go through. That's what music's done for me, and I really hope that that's what my music can do for other people someday. So thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'd say I'm mostly excited. Anyone who's put out any kind of artwork or music knows that it's like your little child that you are insecure about, and you're like, do I want people to see and hear and know this? Or do I want to keep it to myself because it's safe? So this is a vulnerability thing too, but that feeling that this needs to be out there, it hasn't gone away. And it's been like 3 or 4 years, so it is time. Okay, I'm not gonna go there, but yes. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you would like to like the videos that you like, and if you would like to subscribe, that's what YouTubers, people say. So I just said it. Am I gonna be one of them? Find out. Signing off. And my cat is currently sitting under me. So in case you want to meet Pumpkin, who is a very important part of my life. You want to be on the camera? Come here. Yeah, she is. Say something? No? All right. Well, this is Pumpkin. You've officially met her. And maybe she'll be on one of my album covers someday, because she's just the best. All right. Until next time.